Welcome, Storm fans. I am Bryant Cook, and today we're playing Waste Not Storm. This is a donation deck from a supporter, Barrett Binder, who just loves the card Waste Not. This is their pet modern deck. We're going to play their 75 today, and then I'll make some suggestions at the end. But the idea here is the card Waste Not itself. And if you're unfamiliar with Waste Not, it is a 2-mana enchantment for 1 and a black. Whenever an opponent discards a creature card, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Whenever they discard a land card, you make black black. So it can be a ritual effect. And then whenever they discard a non-creature, non-land card, you draw a card. Well, how do we make them discard? You'll notice there's no Thoughtseize, no duress, anything like that. But we do have a Burning Inquiry, which says each player draws 3 and then discards 3 at random. We also have Reforge the Soul. Okay, so those are the 2 ways we have of making them discard. But then we have Dream Salvage, which says draw cards equal to the number of cards target players discarded this turn. So for 1 black mana that you likely get from the Waste Not, you can draw anywhere from 3 to 7 to I don't know how many, but a lot with Dream Salvage. One thing to note is that we are not an Underworld Breach deck, which I thought was a little bit peculiar, but we are a Locket of Yesterday's deck, so I understand not wanting to exile cards from the graveyard. We do have Past in Flames and then this Pyromancer Ascension. I think that maybe we want Underworld Breach in here, but not my deck. We're going to see how it plays out first. But it's a pretty cool concept. Eventually, we finish the game with Grape Shot. That is the idea of this deck. Let's see how it works. I'm pretty excited to play this. I've never played a Waste Not deck before in my life, so let's see how it goes. Once again, thank you to Barrett. I really do appreciate your support. Love the Galvanic Relays in the board along with the empties. Big fan of that. All right, well, that's my deck tag, short and sweet. Let's hop on over to match number 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Match number 1, we are on the play with Waste Not Storm. We have the Waste Not. We have 1 land. I'm going to try this. We have to not discard our Waste Not to the Burning Inquiry and then hit land 2 with the Burning Inquiry. So we're kind of asking for a lot here, but I'm going to try it out. You could also just wait and try to spike a land on turn 2, but we're a kind of low land count deck, so I feel like that's a little ambitious. I want to take some mulligan. Blood Crypt, yes. Burning Inquiry. I discarded the Waste Not and a land. No, I kept the Waste Not, my bad. But I missed on the land. It looks like they're on Goblin. They play an Auntie's Hovel, and they pass. Bummer. Not looking good. Land number 2. They have a Snoop. Draw for turn. We have to pass. I would still keep, like, I'm not going to change my opinion. I would still keep that hand. They play the Horde Master. Can I just draw a land, please? No is the answer to that question. Discard Ransack the left. Another Horde Master. They're getting in for 6 now. And I'm at 9. I guess Locket gives me an out next turn, because I can cast the Manamorphose for 1. Asking for a miracle to not die here. Going to go to 1. Okay. Draw for turn. Waste Not. Alright, Manamorphose. Black, red. We hit a land. What can I do here? I think I want to ransack the lab. And ideally I'd hit another Manamorphose, I think. Burning Inquiry. That's a tough one. I think I might have to take the Burning Inquiry, because the rest of my hand doesn't win. We'll play the land. Desperate Ritual. Have to get extremely lucky here. Burning Inquiry. And we've lost. I just needed to find that land sooner. It's kind of a bummer. Let's switch this back over to card view. That's what I prefer. We're facing Goblin. We probably want to braid. I don't know if they're a leyline deck. Let's take out the Pyromancer Ascension. Let's try to dodge. Actually, maybe let's try a split between Feed the Storm and a Braid. So that way we can potentially beat a leyline too. We'll board out one Locket and the Strike It Rich. Try this out. Game 2, we're on the play. We've opened up Waste Not again, but no second land. I want to keep this. I just don't think I'm allowed to. Mulligan. Okay, so we have a Waste Not. Keep. I'm going to bottom the Feed the Swarm. Opponent mulligans to 5. Leyline of the Void. So I did think of that when I boarded them in. So we have a Feed the Swarm on the bottom, but we don't have to be a graveyard deck. So you don't have to board in a bunch of stuff in order to beat this. Turn 1 Vial. No. Play this. We'll play a Waste Not. Pass the turn. Vial goes up to 1 counter. They play another copy of Secluded Courtyard. They name Goblin once again. They have 3 cards in it for a Crater Maker. Okay. Another Burning Inquiry. I'm going to say yes. And let's play the second copy of Waste. Well, let's Burning Inquiry. Then we'll auto yield. Auto yield. Looking pretty good. Pass the turn. Zombie Token. Tavern of Souls. Name Goblin. Goblin Matron. They can now Matron for Snoop. They do. Draw for turn. Another copy of Waste Not. Wow. Attack. They block and take 6 down to 14. I wonder if I'm supposed to play this extra Waste Not. Probably not. I'm not sure, because if they have the Snoop and then untap and play the other card, I'm just dead. So I think I'm just going to cast Burning Inquiry. Hopefully discarding Past Influence. So Burning Inquiry happens. And I hit actual garbage. Okay, that's disappointing. So we know that they're drawing a land, but I don't know what their last card in hand. We drew another Burning Inquiry. That's decent. I have a Grape Shot. Okay, let's kill the Snoop. Turn 2, kill the Snoop. Same targets. And then let's Burning Inquiry again. Okay, we have 11 black, and now we have to pass the turn. They concede. Nice. We picked up game 2. So we know that they're willing to mulligan to Leyline. I can't help but think that maybe we should just board out our graveyard stuff. So let's get rid of the Past in Flame altogether and just be a deck that doesn't use the grave rather than try to fight them on that axis. So this is 60. That gives us 6 removal spells for turn 2 Snoop. I think I'm okay with this. A 5-lander? Not sure how I feel about this. We'll take a mulligan. Ay. I guess I'll keep this. I don't want to go mulligan too low. Bottom the Urborg. They are a black deck. We don't want a mana fix for them. Tavern of Souls. The Vial. They did not open up on a leyline this game. Play the Blood Crypt. Pass the turn. Land number 2. Goblin once again. They do not play a Snoop. Hey, that's a good one. Let's play this. Waste Not. What a draw. They just go land go. Interesting. That was also a very good draw. Okay, let's fetch. Grab a mountain. Let's Pyretic Ritual. Then Burning Inquiry. They had a Snoop in hand. They chose to try to end step it. We create double black. And I don't have anything else to do here. So I can play a Waste Not, but it doesn't really help me. I think I'm going to hang on to this Grape Shot. I don't think playing it for 4 damage is worthwhile. Oh, they could have drawn the Snoop off the Burning Inquiry. That's why they didn't Vial. My bad. They go up to 3 counters on Aether Vial. They reveal a Goblin Ringleader. The Ringleader. So they picked up a Trash Master and a Horde Master. Block. Draw for turn. Come on, Reforge. Please, give me a miracle. Get in for 2. Pass after that. They put another Ringleader into play. Cavern of Souls, Goblin Matron, Orvar the All Form. They play a Matron. So now they can go get Snoop. And they do. They reveal the Snoop. They play it. Okay, so we know 3 of the 5 cards in their hand. Draw for turn. Another Ritual. Kill the Snoop. Get in. We're really just begging to Miracle a Reforge the Soul at this point. They put Trash Master onto the battlefield. Board Master. A lot of damage coming in. Land number 6. 7. Draw. Does not help me. I'm at 8. I can, in theory, kill the Trash Master, but it doesn't do a whole lot. I guess I'm dead if I do nothing. So I have to play to my out of miracling the Reforge. Okay. Dream Salvage you. I wonder if it would be better if I... Hold on. Is it better if I don't kill the Trash Master? So if I kill the Horde Master and Matron, that might be better. Because then I'm not dead to a removal spell. So we'll do 2 to the Horde Master, 1 to the Matron, 2 to the Matron. I think that this is a better line. Okay, pass. And now I'm pretty much all in on drawing Reforge the Soul for turn. They play a Crater Maker that does kill my zombie token. Then the Bogart Harbinger for a Sling Gang. Okay. Block. Looking for a miracle here. And womp womp. Kind of a bummer. I mean, we were punished for boarding out the Past in Flames. Not that we were guaranteed to reveal one. But our opponent showed us in the previous game that they were just going to mulligan to Leyline. So I don't think it's crazy to board these out. We just didn't happen to get there, which, you know, it is what it is. Plenty of Magic left to be played. Let's head on over to the next. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Let's get this one. That was a tough loss. I have a good feeling about this round. We're going to win. Nope. We have Wish Claw, but our hand doesn't actually do anything. I'm going to go to 5. I think that this is likely better. Let's get rid of the Ritual and the Herbal. Play out a Swamp and pass. Scalding Tarn. Draw for turn. Go search up a mountain, and then we're going to play Ransack the Left. Looking for that Waste Not. Okay, so step 1. They pick up a Triome, Wooded Foot, Blood Crypt for black, Chalice of the Void on 1. We actually don't have that many 1-drops in our deck, so I think that's okay. Play the Waste Not. Pass the turn out. Bitter Reunion. Okay. Cards Archon of Cruelty. So it looks like there's some sort of Jund Reanimator deck, maybe? Blockade of Yesterdays. This is countered by the Chalice. I guess it does stop half of our ways of making our opponent discard, because the, what is it called? Why can't I think of it? Wow, my mind is just blanking on this. The 1 mana, draw 3, each player discards 3, it's gonna drive me insane. Burning Inquiry. It's Burning Inquiry. They persist, getting back Archon of Cruelty. Well, discard the Locket. They sacrifice the Bitter Reunion to give it haste. We're just so far out of this. Discard the Past Influence. On their end step, they discard an Archon of Cruelty to hand size, which means that we get a zombie token. We hit land 3. I just don't know how good that actually is. Our opponent's representing lethal, so we have to go for it. And Desperate Ritual. I don't even know what our outs are. Manamorphose. Black Red. Can't cast this. Well, I mean, I can cast it. It just doesn't do it. Black Red. Okay, well that's stunk. We don't have any graveyard hate or answers. Oh no, we do have answers to Chalice of the. We have these abrades. Get rid of the Striker Rich and the Ascension. I think the Ascension's probably just too. On the play for game 2. I think Wishclaw is just like not good enough in this deck as well. Because in Modern, you don't have fast mana to make up for the fact that you're spending a mana on your combo turn. And with this, we want to search up Waste Not. So we're searching up a card and then passing the turn. Like, these cards just don't belong. We have to ship. Cannot keep. I think this deck is lacking enough draw and discard effect. Like, we need more ways of making your opponent discard their hand. Because, like, Reforge is tough to pull off because it's really difficult to cast. Like, getting up to 5 is really brutal. And then Burning Inquiry is great, but it's a one-time thing. We need more forced discard, some method. I don't know what that card is, but that's what the deck needs. Mulligan. I mean, I guess I don't really know what to say here. Should I just go to 4 and like look to spike a Waste Not? Because I don't think this hand actually wins the game. Maybe I should just mulligan for Waste Not land. We're going to go to 4. Waste Not 1 land. I guess we keep. Get rid of the Past in Flames, the Wishclaw, and then it's either between Abrade or Ransack, and I'm going to choose the bottom of the Abrade. We'll play Prismatic Vista and pass the. They play Bloodstained Mire and pass. We'll take a draw step. Dream Salvage, pass the turn. They also pass. We pass. They activate their Bloodstained Mire. Stomping Ground. Shell Sun. Okay. Pass back. Renin 6. Take a draw. Still no land. They return the Bloodstained Mire with the Ren. They play it. They're activating Mire. Okay, 4 lands. What do you got? Chalice of the Void on 2. I'm good to concede. We can't actually beat this card. We are now 0-2. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round 3, let's see if we can get one. We have a Waste Not and a Burning Inquiry, but no land 2. I'm going to try it again. I know that we didn't hit it in the first round, but if I can just hit a Black Source into Waste Not, maybe there's a chance we could steal a win. Play a Mountain, and we will cast the Burning Inquiry. Did discard the Waste Not. Around Eldrazi, and we're stuck with double Dream Salvage in our hand. That's pretty brutal. We discarded the 3 playable cards in our hand. We are not in good shape. Yay. Eldrazi Temple, they pass. Take a draw. We just have to pass the turn here. 4 mana. For a Thought-Knot Seer, sure. Why not? We take our Manamorphose, we'll draw a card for turn. Hey! So you're saying there's a chance. Let's miracly reforge the soul, please. There's this tower. Do another copy of Thought-Knots. This doesn't matter if we hit reforge. On deck, please. Play Wishclaw. This will put us to 8, and then we need a miracle to win, pretty much. Karn, the Great Creator. That shuts off our Wishclaw. Our out was getting Burning Inquiry on our turn. Pick up a Tormod's Crypt. Draw step. Damn. Okay. We definitely want to braid. Maybe the empties. Let's board out the Wishclaw. The Pyros, and then the 2 Striker Rich. Hit submit. Sure, why not? I haven't been burned before. Blood Crypt. Yes. Ouch. Burning Inquiry. Once again, I discarded the Waste Knot. I am not very lucky. They play an Urza's Mine into Relic. Remove the land. Play a swamp, pass the turn. Next turn we can make 6 goblins and pray that's somehow good enough. Power plant. Move the waste knot. Okay. Let's start off with the Manamorphose in case I draw another ritual. I could then splice. Do red. Whoops. Red. Reforge. Cast Desperate Ritual. Desperate Ritual again. We have 5. I'm just going down. Can 8 goblins get the job done? Pass the turn. They use the relic. Eldrazi Temple. Turn Silex. I'm gonna have to reread this. Players can't pay life to activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. And then it destroys each non-land permanent with mana value X or less activated as a source. So this is going to kill all of our tokens. What? That's ridiculous. I've actually never seen this card before. It is apparently going to wipe our board, though. We play a Cavern. They're going to use the Silas. Bummer. Goblin's gone. Aren't the Great Creator. Yep. Liquid metal coating. So they're going to start blowing up my land. Play Blood Crypt and pass. They play the liquid metal coating. Now they're going to blow up my Blood Crypt. Yep. Blast Zone. I didn't realize that was reprinted. Weird art. Ransack the lab. Alright, I'm just gonna call this. We've already lost. Like, they're gonna blow up our Blood Crypt next turn and then I'm locked. So we're 0-3. Let's hope that we can get a win in match number 4. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. The 4th match, we're on the play. Waste not, no land. Waste not, 1 land. I also think this deck is probably short on land. It feels like every game I'm struggling to hit land drops. I guess so. I don't know what else to say at this point. So we'll keep this. Okay, so we're going to fetch. Having too many lands is not a problem, by the way, because we're a deck that's looking to discard our own cards a bunch of the time. I'd rather be able to consistently cast my spells than struggle. And a lot of this league has just been struggling. I'm not trying to make Barrett feel bad about their deck, but the deck just doesn't function. I think there's like a number of things going wrong, like not enough cards, but also not enough lands to cast your cards, that is, but also like not enough payoffs for your central card. Now we're forced to pass the turn here. The Locket doesn't do anything. I also think like Locket's kind of a trap in this deck. They play a Squadron Hawk. They find 3 more Hawks. They attack. They discard a Hawk. Strike it rich, pass the turn. They attack, they pass. Drew another Locket. That doesn't really help us. I'm going to play a Waste Knot. Pass the turn. They sacrifice a Clue. Play a Martyr of Sands into a Squadron Hawk, sure thing. Yeah, I mean, I'll take 2 more down to 12. They Ghost Quarter me. Let's go grab Mountain, I guess. Draw for turn, another Pyretic Ritual. Can't do anything, we'll pass the turn. Skyclave Apparition on my Waste Knot. Okay, that's brutal. I think we just lost this one. Okay, so not looking good. We're facing a deck full of creatures. I mean, I could bring in these. I think I'm just going to try to erase them rather than board for creature hate. Take a draw. We can't keep them. Yeah, so we'll bottom Grape Shot. Play the Blood Crypt, pass the turn. It's worth noting that Giftstorm traditionally plays anywhere between 17, 8, and 18 lands, while playing 10 to 12 cantrips. This is a 15 land deck with no cantrip. Can't Miracle the Reforge. We ransack the lab. We'll take a Desperate Ritual, I guess. Pass the turn. Ghost Quarter. Squadron Hawk. I don't know why they're searching for all 3 when they're just going to fetch. Grab a Blood Crypt. Play out the Wish Claw. Pass the turn. Skyclave, yep. Saw that coming. We'll take 2, we go to 16. Draw for turn, another Burning Inquiry. Let's try it. Our hand did not change. Burning Inquiry again. I was hoping for a Dream Salvage here to draw 6. That would have actually given us a shot at winning. Play Striker Rich. Pass the turn. Captain Ranger of Eos. Ah, jeez. Take 4 off the attack. We go to 12. Draw for turn. They sacrifice the Captain Ranger, Ranger Captain, whatever it's called. We have to pass. Another Ranger Captain. I think that just beats me because they can play the Sarah's Ascendant here. And then Martyr Sands it up next turn for lethal. I'm going to go to 8. You draw the Captain Ranger Ranger Captain, whatever it's called. Play my land. Assuming that they have white cards in hand, I'm dead. Alright, so they're at 32, and now I take lethal. They play a Thraben Inspector. I mean, they earned it. So we are 0-4 at this point. Okay, Barrett, I'm sorry. I don't have it in me to play another match of this. I'm going to drop. And then with that last round, instead of just giving some quick thoughts at the end, I'm going to help you rebuild your deck. So Waste Not Storm. I've already done a little bit of legwork in between rounds. And I've gone to Scryfall. Whoops, that's not Scryfall. That is, in fact, Moxfield. Terrific website, though. You should definitely go there. All right, so Scryfall. So I searched draw and then each player discard. So this is the comprehensive list of cards that are legal in Modern. Ranging from anything from a 6-mana unplayable bad deal to Nicol Bolas, the Deceiver. But there's a couple gems in here, and I think one of them is really Dark Deal. I think this is a card our deck is definitely interesting because each player draws and discards. So it works well with our Waste Not. You can cast it off the black mana from the Waste Not as well. And the big thing is, like, you could play, there's what is it called? Let's remove the draw part here. I can't think of the name of it. Duelarium Scheme. Each player discards 3, but you discard 3 as well, and then what are you doing with that payoff unless your deck is full of passive? So Dark Deal, I think, is a card that we should be playing as a 4. So let's add Dark Deal to our. Okay, sets a filter to 0. It's called Dark Deal, right? Yeah, it's called Dark Deal. Here it is. We'll add that. I think we can get rid of this Pyromancer Ascension. That card just isn't what we want. I think the lockets don't make sense. We don't have enough cards to fill our graveyard. Like, it just feels like a little bit of a trap card. Then we definitely need more lands. We're going to cut the Urborgs. First things first, I believe. Okay, so now we're at 13 lands. Let's add red fetches, most likely. Maybe we want to split. So I've created a filter within my own account that says search your library for modern legal cards. We're going to add some more fetch lands into the deck. Okay, so that brings us up to 19 lands. We probably don't need 19. That might be too much. Probably add in another Prismatic Vista. So 18 lands is probably closer to what we want. I don't hate Strike It Rich, but we're already at a point where we're over. So we need to figure out what's the cut from here. I do not like the Wish Claws. I think that those need to. So now we need to figure out what's the next card. It's either the Strike It Riches or we go down to 2 Grape Shot. Honestly, I don't feel like Strike It Rich really fits in. So I think we want triple Grape Shot so that way we can win a couple different ways. And then maybe even adding in another fetch so that way we go up to 9. Basically, we just want to be able to cast our. This deck had way too few lands. So it's okay to discard extra lands to Burning Inquiry. I think that's fine. So I'd probably try Dark Deal in the main deck, something like this, and get rid of some of those cutesy cards. And I don't really have any opinions on the sideboard. We didn't really get to use it. I'd probably be playing Leyline of the Void, though. Like, let's get rid of this Pyromancer Ascension. Maybe go down to 2 and 2 on these. And then let's, like, add 3 Leyline into. So maybe something like this. Drag this up. Yeah, like, this might be something that I would recommend to you, Barrett. I mean, 15 lands just felt really problematic this entire league. I'm sorry that 0-4 was the outcome, but I think that if you want to continue playing this deck, this sort of path would give you more luck in the future. Everyone, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Have a great day. And hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.